tape rolling in 1, 2, 3.
And now we're back. We're going to finish our brownies and then we're going to make some nice cream cheese frosting. So right here we have our thick as mud brownie batter that I don't even know if it's going to come out of the pan. No, it's coming out. All right, there it is in all its glory. This is what it looks like. It's so good. It's just a dense mass. Like, you pick this up, it's probably like 8 pounds, I would say. Like, you got to be strong and like hungry to eat this. Like, I could barely eat a full brownie the other day after making it, and like I was like allergic to them because I had chocolate everywhere, and you know, yeah, I say chocolate with a W. That's how it's spelled. I don't know why they put it there. I was actually just talking with my crew about this because there's a big discrepancy over the downstate and the upstate accent. Last week we talked about the Guido's situation. Now we're talking about the real situation that is facing everybody in upstate, because half of the college is from Long Island, which I'm not from. I am from Westchester. And the other half is from Rochester and Buffalo. Syracuse and Buffalo. Yeah. And now, I say coffee, walk, talk, dog. And I'm aware of that. And whenever someone comes up to me and is like, oh, I love your accent, I'm like, yes, I have an accent. And then they start making fun of me for it after they tell me they love it. Now, I don't know who thinks that's okay. Like, this is just the way I speak. I was raised to speak this way. Like, what do you want me to do? This is just how I talk, and I walk over there, and I take my dog out, you know? Like, this is just how I am. So, like, you guys upstate, you have the flat A. You talk like this, you say calendar. And, you know, you're just jealous that you don't sound like me, because I would want to sound like me, because, you know, it's me. So, now, trying to mix anything into these brownies is an impossible task. So what we're going to do is we have a mixture of like 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips, and some almonds. So you're going to sprinkle them on top and like squish them down on top. So it makes just like a nice top coating crust on it. Now, you're going to have this, it's not like you're going to see it and it's going to look really pretty. You could have the option of putting on this, the icing that we're going to make. Back to the issue at hand. Now, if I had an upstate accent, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I would probably meet people in college, hear the downstate accent, and try to develop it like my good friend Martina does. She basically lives with me. My friend Martina sleeps over my house probably 5 times a week. I love her to death. And she lives in Oneida and I live in Waterbury. So we're always so far from each other, and like when she's not around, we don't know what to do with ourselves. And I'm really, slowly but surely, she will develop my accent, especially when she comes to visit me down in Westchester. She will get it, because I don't know if you watched last week, but between me and my twin sister and my older sister, it's basically just the most obnoxious accent ever. And because all we do is talk about my dog at my house. We just talk about yes, my dog's name is Sergio. We're big Italian, ridiculous people. And I named my dog Sergio because he needed a masculine name, because he looks like a small cotton ball. So, yeah. So at that point, she will fully have her downstate accent, and she can just move down there and assimilate beautifully. So this is what this looks like now. It already looks like it's baked, but it's not. And now we're going to stick it in the oven for 35 minutes. Okay. Set my timer on. And those are going. Okay. So now we're going to make our cream cheese icing. I was going to make chocolate cream cheese icing, but I didn't have any chocolate. So we're not making that. We're going to make regular cream cheese icing, which is super easy. Cream cheese frosting is just butter, cream cheese, and extra sugar. Now, I went to the dining hall, and I filled up a cup with cream cheese, because cream cheese is expensive, and I didn't want to buy it. And this morning, when I realized I didn't have any guests, I had to make something else to fill up my time. So that's why we're making this cream cheese frosting. So if you're going to the dining hall, you're going to get 3 excuse me, that was gross. Can we cut that out? Or you're going to get 3 packages of cream cheese, and you're just going to get 2 tablespoons of butter. And now you have that in there. It's all mixed in. And your confectioner sugar. And this is, I don't know how much confectioner sugar I use this time. I just kind of eyeball it at this point. I think it's like 3 cups. Yeah, that looks like 3 cups. And you're just going to mix it all up. You will quickly realize that you can't just make icing that way. You need to get water and you need to add it. Now, if you have milk, you can definitely use milk instead of water. I generally prefer it, but I didn't think about that this morning, and I had orange juice, and I didn't bring milk back because you can only have 1 cup in the dining halls because you take more than 1 cup. It's like stealing, and they're going to call UP, and you're going to cry, and your parents are going to get a phone call home. They're like, Julia, how come UP called me about you stealing food? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm fat, and I wanted 2 cups. I wanted a cup of cream cheese, and I wanted a cup of milk, so I couldn't have done that this morning. So I just kind of put the cream cheese in my bag, but no, it's fine. And I forgot my vanilla, so you're going to put a teaspoon of vanilla in there. And we're going to mix it. Please don't combust. Needs a little more water. And oh god, this is the worst mixer ever. I'm surprised that it didn't blow up when we just left it there before. Like, I'm really glad that it just like started working again, or else I would have no mixer and I would have to go home and get it. I don't know about all you, but I really don't feel like driving 5 hours to go get a hand mixer. All right, so when those brownies are out of the oven, you're just gonna cover these with your icing, and you want to ice the brownies when they're hot. Now these are the Magic Cooking TV show brownies that I made the other day, but like they're already made, you know, like when you see like Sandra Lee or whatever, and she's like, oh look, and she takes it out of the oven, and even though you just put the old one in the oven, you come out of the oven, it's like, holy crap, it's done and it looks delicious. But no, I didn't do that. I just cut them up, and like they're here. They're all funny shaped, but it's okay. So here's our brownies from the other day. And you're just going to frost it. And when you ice anything, like a cake or whatever, you never want to pick up your spatula. You're going to put it down, and you're just going to go like this. And you're not going to want to pick it up, because if you pick it up, you get pieces of your cake on it. And you don't want to do that, because then it doesn't look pretty. And there is your icing on your brownies. I think it's delicious. That is really sweet. Wow. Yeah, definitely diabetes from these. Definitely. I have a knack for this. I'm really getting good at sending people to the hospital. I'm really sorry about that. But if you eat these brownies, I think it's worth it. I really do. So this is that recipe, and we're pretty much done, guys. So I know by now you have the munchies, and I'm going to let you go to late night. So this was Get Baked with Julia. Enjoy getting baked.
And stop tape.